Today we're gonna make a simple summer caprese pasta. I have all the ingredients right here. It's not that many of them. Let's get into prepping it right now. All right, so I always like to go over the ingredients, guys, and there's not that many things here, but there's some special ingredients. So right here I have a pound of pasta. This is fine linguine, so it's not quite as thin as angel hair or capellini. You could use any pasta you like here. I think this is a nice one. I have Frantoia extra virgin olive oil. This is a great olive oil. I rarely cook with it. I normally use it for finishing. For today, we'll cook with it. We'll use it for finishing too. Again, we're just using like the maximum quality ingredients here. Garlic, I sliced 4 cloves. Do like 4 cloves, 5 cloves. If you like 10 cloves, do 10 cloves. Slice that thin. Tomatoes, I have 2 dry pints, American dry pints, which is equal to 24 ounces. Basil, really great garden basil. It's fine. I finally have basil in the garden, so that's really nice. And then finally, I got all this cheese here. Fresh mozzarella would be great. You get the big ball of it. You can cut it up into pieces. Right here, this is fresh mozzarella and this is fresh mozzarella. The balls that are they're a good size, bite size. You don't have to cut them up. These are the pearls. So these things are way smaller and I love them. They're cute. They're perfect for this dish. And finally here I have burrata. And now you could use this exclusively if you want. The way these things work is once you put your fork into it, it's gonna turn, it opens up. It's nice, it's a great presentation. But if you were gonna use strictly burrata, I would get 4 of them because this is for four people here, this dish. But I'll use some mozzarella, and at the end, my son, the taste tester, will come down and we'll let him do it with that. But you could just use straight fresh mozzarella here and it'll be great. All right, guys, this is a really quick one. Get your water up to boil because it comes together in minutes. I have a 14-inch pan here, non-stick, look, not the stainless. You don't need a stainless for this. Put your heat on to about a 4 out of 10 or even lower. Extra virgin olive oil, use the best stuff you have. I'm gonna use about a 1/4 cup, maybe 5 tablespoons to start right here. We're gonna finish with more as well. All right, so just kind of, coat the bottom. Don't measure. It'll make you a better cook if you don't measure, guys. You'll get used to knowing how much you need. You'll get the hang of it. Okay, we put the garlic in, and it's not that much garlic there. You could even I don't know if I said this before, you could just use whole cloves, flavor the oil, and then remove the garlic. You don't have to kill everything with garlic. And this isn't a very high quality pan. You can see it's already pushing up in the center there, so all the oil is moving to the sides of the pan. We're making pasta here, it'll be fine. I wouldn't sear chicken in this. Let this get golden for about 1 minute. All right, while that gets golden, we can cook our pasta. So our water is boiling. I'm gonna put in 2 tablespoons of Morton's kosher salt. Basically, I want a 1 to 1.5% salinity in my water. And this box says it takes 6 minutes for al dente or 8 minutes finish, so it's very, very quick pasta. Make sure you stir it a lot right from the beginning because it tends to want to stick. So about 30 seconds, 45 seconds, stir this around, and then you can go back to checking your garlic, make sure it's golden. So our garlic was so thin that it's getting golden fairly quickly. You can go probably 30 seconds more. It smells phenomenal. I'm gonna put the tomatoes in. Now guys, we're not trying to kill these tomatoes. We don't have enough time now. Our pasta's gonna be ready in a few minutes. We're trying to keep that caprese, freshness. So, honestly, you cannot even cook them at all. You could just kind of toss them in the oil and garlic at the end. But I think just a tiny bit of cooking on here will be good. Those just look amazing. Give my pasta a stir one more time so it doesn't stick. I'm putting a little bit of salt down on this, okay? That was a little less, probably a half a teaspoon there to start. So it's been about 2 minutes on the tomatoes. See how they look? I didn't even put hot red pepper in here. Keeping it really, really simple. Okay, just tomatoes, the salt, basil, the mozzarella, and the really, really good olive oil. And that olive oil is really good. All right, I just tested the pasta. Probably another minute. I'm gonna put pasta water in here. About 2 ladles worth to start. So a little less than a cup. If you have some fresh oregano in the garden, you can use that too. I don't typically use that in sauces. I normally use that for pizza, and it's normally dried oregano, but you can use other herbs here if you want. I just think the basil's enough. Almost done. Let's talk about today's sponsor, Shaker and Spoon. Shaker and Spoon is a monthly subscription service that delivers ingredients you'll need to make craft cocktails at home. They also provide instruction cards for 3 original recipes created by world-class bartenders. Each month is centered around a different liquor that works for all 3 recipes. This month I received the Negroni 2 box, and so far my favorite cocktail has been the Frutta e Fiori. It's made with Campari, hibiscus tea-infused gin, strawberry syrup, balsamic vinegar, and a few spritzes of Tulsi basil hydrosol. It's sweet, bitter, and the balsamic just takes it over the top. I never would have thought to combine these ingredients, but it just works. So click the link below and use code SIPANDFEAST at checkout, or go to shakerandspoon.com/SIPANDFEAST for $20 off your first box of craft cocktail ingredients delivered right to your door. This makes a great gift for the cocktail aficionado in your life, or just to impress your special person on date night. Again, that's shakerandspoon.com/SIPANDFEAST, or just click the link below and use code SIPANDFEAST for $20 off your first box. And a big thanks to Shaker and Spoon for sponsoring today's video. So I'm gonna turn that off, getting it really close. Moving my other burner out of the way, and then let's get the pasta right in there, okay? Just do a little drain, but you don't have to be crazy with it here because you are gonna need the liquid. Oh, that was really good. I got all of it out in five tongs worth. All right. Now this is one of these special coated pans. They say I can use these on here, so I hope so. And this is gonna all come together very quickly. You know, if you got a handle and you're using that other pan, you can do a little flipping, little emulsification. I'm just gonna move it around fairly quickly. So now I threw all this pasta in here with all the tomatoes. I only put a little bit of salt on. I'm gonna do a little bit of a taste test just to see if you need some more salt, which I think we're gonna need. That's so delicious and simple. Put a little bit more salt. I'm gonna turn the heat off. So the residual heat here, you can put it in here if you want it more melted. If you don't want the cheese melted as much, pull this off the heat. Let it sit for about a minute before you put it in, okay? I'm gonna add these in right now. Also, what I did, guys, was, these come in, they come in the liquid, dry them off really well. Get a lot of that liquid out. And I'll put some of those, about half of those in. Flip it, mix it, and if you're all dry right here, just add a little bit more of the pasta water. That's all you have to do. Hey, buddy.
Hey. So what is this?
This is mozzarella, James, and then this is burrata, which is right here. See how it this one is burst open? It's gooey on the inside. It's so good. Guys, if you do this, you put one, and they sell smaller balls in this. These were a little big, but yeah, you're gonna you want to cut a piece of it and try it.
Okay.
You're gonna love it. It's so good.
Mm.
Yep. And you try a little pasta.
It tastes like ricotta.
Yep.
And mozzarella.
Yep.
It's turning into
yeah,
goo.
you can move it off to the side. I mean, you could take a massive bite like that too.
All right.
Try a little pasta and tomatoes. You take a ball of burrata and you put it on good pasta, and this is just very, very simple, delicious. I just didn't want to put a lot of mozzarella balls on his too. You don't need it. But I wanted to show you guys doing it both ways. Yeah. So is there enough garlic? It's very basic. I didn't want to put too much of anything on it, guys. I wanted it really just to be that tomato, the basil, and then a little bit of the cheese. Okay. With the olive oil.
I think it needs a little bit more salt.
More salt? Okay.
Yeah, more salt in it. Yeah, so I didn't actually try the basil yet. Let me try start the pasta with that. Tomatoes are good, the basil is good. Is the basil from the garden?
Yes.
Yeah, I was about to say it tastes really fresh. Yeah, a little bit more salt, a little bit more garlic. But
carbs.
Okay, so after like taking those two things off of it, I'm thinking like an 8.5.
8? How about an 8? I think an 8. I think people would appreciate an 8 more, you know? Okay. So you giving me an 8?
Yeah, I haven't given like anything.
It's okay. It's okay. Thank you, buddy.
You're welcome.
You like it though, right?
Yeah, I want people to trust me.
Guys, really easy. And here it is again. Here's the big plate, okay? Right there. Yeah, it only takes 15 minutes. So it's so easy. That's part of the appeal of it. People can make this really, really quickly.